As I reflect on the past 4 weeks in this class, I realized that there was a shift in the way I viewed my identity. While I was aware of my power and privilege as a cisgendered, educated male, I never connected my light skin color to power and privilege. Perhaps it was the sheltered life I had, or that we were always taught to look beyond color. The deeper I reflected, I acknowledged the systems that have influenced the development of my identity. My family microsystem had the most profound influence on my life. I was born into a middle-class Chamorro family. In my elementary years, my mom was a teacher and then school administrator, and my dad worked in construction. They provided for me and my sisters. They sent us to private schools and provided us with everything we wanted and needed, and we really never had to worry about much. My biggest influences are my sisters. My oldest sister was a social worker, and my older sister was disabled. Our lives revolved around my older sister. We collectively cared for her, bathing and loving her and feeding her. And at a young age, I learned to be compassionate and to see beyond a person's disability. When I was 12, my oldest sister passed away from cancer. I had to grow up a lot faster and took on a lot more tasks at home and more responsibilities in caring for my older sister. Around this time, my parents changed careers. My dad started working in public service at the Port Authority of Guam, and my mom started working at the same nonprofit as my older sister called Sanctuary Incorporated. Like when she was a school administrator, I would always follow her to work and volunteer during sanctuary events and activities. Through that, I was exposed to the world of human services. I saw firsthand the hardships some young people had and were going through, whether they were coping with abuse and neglect or broken families. And this really showed me how privileged I was. And this engagement in my exosystem really solidified my desire to enter the field. And in undergrad, I majored in social work. I eventually became a school counselor. In my profession, a very present intersection is my faculty status. As a non-instructional faculty member, I have a lot of flexibility in how I implement various aspects of my job without much oversight from a school administrator. I'm able to work independently with the team, and my education and experience also provide me with great influence over the development of school policy and procedures. My occupation also places me at the intersection of education and human services, working interprofessionally with divisions within the Department of Education and outside agencies to meet the needs of our students and school community. But perhaps one of the most profound intersections in my professional life is my identity as a gay man. I never considered how profound my impact was until February of 2020. I received a card from a student for National School Counselors Week, and the student wrote, "Thank you, Mr. Lujan, for being such an inspiration to me and others like me. As a freshman, I struggled with accepting my sexuality, and you and other openly gay faculty showed me that things will be okay and gave me the confidence to be myself and to tell my parents." My interactions with this particular student were usually very brief. We would greet each other in the hallway or see each other during classroom lessons and other school events, but it was never really in depth or ever really beyond that. But it was then I truly saw the impact I had as a out proud gay social worker, gay school counselor. I didn't do anything different. I didn't make any radical changes. I was simply just being me and just being. It showed me that my power and my privilege had a profound impact on others. The other day, I read a tweet that said, did you manifest this, or was it your privilege that brought you here?" And that really resonated with me. And it reminded me that even if my power and privilege brought me here to this PhD program, it is my responsibility to use my power and my privilege to be a positive role model to LGBTQ youth and to advocate for their needs and the needs of others and to amplify the voices of Pacific Islanders. Thank you.